Hello people, I'm Mike, and if you're new to the channel, this is Maths with Ike. And it's the only channel where we make maths easy, cool and fun for everybody. So if you haven't subscribed, then kindly subscribe to the channel and also press the notification button so that whenever I upload a new video, you're not going to miss out on that. In this video, we're going to learn something very simple. We're going to learn how to find the sum and product of roots. Okay, so if you're hard for that, then let's begin. All right, so a normal quadratic equation is in this form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So a normal quadratic equation has this form. Yeah, so an equation whose roots are alpha and beta, okay, we'll have this equation. X squared, it's going to take this form. Minus plus beta x plus alpha beta equal to 0. All right, so you're going to have something like this. This one is an equation whose roots are alpha and beta. All right, it's going to be like this. But you can see that this one has similar resemblance to the first one. So what we're going to do is that I'm just going to correspond everything, yeah? So this one matches with this also matches with that, and that one matches with this. Now, the only difference here is that here we have a, x squared, but here is 1. There's nothing here. This one is b. So what you're going to do, we're going to divide the first equation through by a. So when we divide that one through by a, we're going to have something like this. We're going to have x squared plus b over a plus c over a equal to 0. So we're going to have something like this for the first one. Okay, you can see that this one is now almost the same as this. So this is for that, this one is for this, and this one also is for that. So the sum, all right, the sum, if you have an equation whose roots are alpha and beta, all right, the sum, which is going to be alpha plus beta, will be equal to this one. All right, so the sum alpha plus beta for that equation whose roots are alpha and beta, the sum, okay, corresponds with b over a. All right, b over a. Now because here it's negative, all right, it's negative. Okay, so it's going to be negative b over a. So this is the sum of the roots. All right, so the sum of the roots goes with the formula b over a. Negative b over a. That's what you're going to use to find the sum of the roots. Like I extrapolated here, you can see that alpha plus beta, this one corresponds with this. B over a is the same as, the sum of the roots. Yeah? But I added negative because it's negative. Then we come to this one, the product of the root. So you have alpha beta. All right? So the product of the roots is the same as this one. Okay? So C over A was to give you the product of the root. So that's how you find the sum and the product of the root. So alpha plus beta is going to give you negative b over a. Now negative b that's the second term in the equation. That is the b. All right, so you negate that one over a, which is the first term of the equation. So that's how you find the sum and the product of the root. So now let's see. This one says we're to find the sum and product of the root of this equation. We're to find the sum and product of the root. How do we do that? This one doesn't look like a quadratic equation. So the first thing I have to do is to solve this one and, transform it to look like a quadratic equation, all right? So how do we do that? All right, so the first thing you have to do, this one looks like a linear equation. So we have to multiply, the equation through by the denominator. So here we're going to have x times x, which is going to give us x squared, and here x cancels, so we're going to have 1 equal to 4x. So we're going to have something like this. Now when we get this, we'd have to move this one to this place so that it will look like a quadratic equation. So we're going to have x squared when this one comes here, minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. So now we have a quadratic equation, okay? So after you've gotten a quadratic equation, you are now going to find the sum of the roots and the product of the roots using the rule, which is negative b over a, all right? So the sum of the root is minus b over a. You haven't forgotten that, right? So if you have alpha plus beta, which is a sum, it's going to give you negative b over what? Over a. So b in this equation is negative what? 4. So that one's going to be like this. You're going to have, let me continue from here. So you're going to have negative 4 over a. A in this equation is 1. So it's 1. All right, so therefore, the sum of the roots, negative 4, is going to give you 4. So the sum of the root is 4, okay? Then the product of the roots, so we have alpha, beta, all right, is going to be c over a. Now, c in this equation is 1. And then a in the equation 2 is 1. So that is 1 over 1, which is definitely 1, right? So the sum is 4, and the product of the equation is 1. That's how we do, all right? Great. Let's do another example. All right, the sum of the roots, which is alpha plus beta, is equal to negative b over a. And the product, which is alpha beta, right, is equal to c over a. So this is what we learned. Yeah, that's what we're able to deduce. Now, the question said we should find the sum and product of the root of the equation 3x squared minus 2x minus 70. So we to find the sum and product of the root of this equation. Right. Now, without solving the whole thing, you can actually find the sum and product of the root using this rule. All right. So alpha plus beta, which is the root. So we use alpha and beta to denote the root that we don't know. So the sum of this root is denoted by negative b over a. And like I said, this one, the first term is a, the second term is b, and the third term is c. So negative b, let's do it. Negative b. All right, so we have negative, b itself is already negative. So you're going to have negative 2 all over a. A is 3. You see what it is? So negative times negative is going to give you 2. So a positive 2 over 3 as the sum of the roots, okay? So the sum of the roots of this equation is 2 over 3, all right? Then we come to the product. The product of the roots is giving us c over a, all right? Now, c in this equation is negative 7. So we have negative 7 over a in the equation is 3, all right? We can't do anything of this. So therefore, the product of the roots of the equation is negative 7 over 3. So that's how you find the sum and product of the root of any quadratic equation. All right. In the next video, I'm going to teach you how to form a quadratic equation using the roots. That's what we're going to do in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to press the bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you're going to have it and then you learn with Ike. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.